So dictionary is a container in Python that will hold key value pairs. So imagine you have this dictionary like Oxford Dictionary in real life where there is a word and a meaning. So the word here is your key and the value is nothing but the meaning here. So for example, let's say blue, it's a color, or red, it's a color. You have the word blue and the meaning color, so it's a key value pair. That's how it works. So I'll show you how to declare a dictionary in Python. I'm saying A, and if I give a flower bracket like this, empty flower brackets, it is a dictionary. You know that exactly from the set example, where I tried to create an empty set, and if at all you're giving a flower bracket, you're going to get it as a dictionary, like empty flower brackets. And if at all I want to add variables in this, I mean values, elements in this, I can say name, and I'm gonna keep it, okay, no, okay, fine. And yeah, now I have one item. Key and value together forms one item, fine. Then if I want to add more items into it, I can do that too. So I'm saying subject, what's the subject? It's about containers that I'm talking about. And what else? I'll just say color, and I'm going with, yeah, red, fine. Now I have a dictionary that I've created with the variable A, and in that dictionary I have 3 items, and each item is name, row, subject, containers, color, red, very clear. Now this key here, if you want to store a key value for a particular dictionary, you have to make sure that that key is a hashable data type. So this is a string here, what I've declared it with, name, subject, color, they are representing string data types. If you want, you can use a tuple or maybe a boolean or maybe a float. It doesn't matter because they are all immutable. They do not change and they are able to be hashable. Now if I try to put here a list, so I'm saying this particular name string is inside a list. Okay. Now if I run this, you can see that my dictionary is throwing an error. It says type error, unhashable type list. So this shows that you cannot put any other data types that is not unhashable, that is unhashable. So only hashable data types are allowed here. So if at all this was a set, it would be totally fine. Yeah, it is totally fine. You can print your container and it has all those values inside it, perfectly fine. So these key value pairs are stored in a hash table. For dictionaries and sets, you are storing these elements or values in a hash table, and that hash table make sure that whatever you are storing is not changing. So if at all you change, so for example, you are getting some delivery into your home address, and on the spot of delivery, the delivery guy gets a different address. It goes to another country. It doesn't sound right. The same way, even your Python code also expects that whenever it is trying to store some unordered containers memory in, it makes sure that it is an hashable data type. So that will make it more easier for it to map things. And when I say hashable, all the data types that can be converted to numbers and are immutable. Most of the hashable are immutable. So I hope that is clear. Now I can access these values. So you know that this is an unordered container. You cannot use indexing here. If I say a of 0, you can see I'm getting an error. It says key error. What kind of syntax is this? But let's say I'm going to say name, but I have to use, I'll just remove this tuple for the time being. I just wanted to show it as an example. So I'll remove this tuple and yeah, name, and run it. See, I'm able to access the name with the keyword, the key. So values, okay, when you're assigning values, I'm talking about keys, right? Keys should be hashable, but the values can be anything. It can be a list too, it is totally fine. The values can change. Because when in dictionaries, whenever you are trying to access the values, they only use the key as the important feature, because key is the one that is pointing towards these values. So yeah, the value is a list that I have made here, and inside the list I have the name inside. So that is totally fine. But what if I try to access something that is not there? Something like I'm trying to access a key named hobby, I'm getting a key error. So this syntax works and it throws an error whenever you're having a key that is not existing in your particular dictionary. But let's try a.get, and in get I'm going to say hobby. Same thing. Get is a method in dictionaries that will actually do the same thing as the previous one where you are accessing that name, but whenever you have a key that is not existing, it won't throw an error. It is like, okay, I didn't find it, I'll be silent. It doesn't throw an error. But let's do name, and you can see you're able to access your name. I mean my name. Then we'll go with a.update. So update is an important method too in dictionaries. So let's say you have a dictionary and you want to update your new dictionary with the current details. So what I'll do, I'll say b dot update a. So b I have not created it yet, so I'm creating a dictionary named b. B equals, it will be an empty dictionary, okay? Or let's copy the first dictionary itself. I'll show you the difference. Let's see. Now you are copying the dictionary, A dictionary to B. So whatever updates are there in A will be changed to B. So if at all I try to, keep this as something Rahul, a random name, and subject should be data science, and this should be, let's say, yellow. Okay. Now you can see that B also has the same keys as A. Now when I'm saying b dot update A and I print B, you see the name has changed to Rahul. Whatever dictionary in A, the updation has happened, it has occurred in B. Whatever updation we did in A has occurred in B. And so yeah, this is working pretty good, like how we wanted it. Now when I say B, let's add some extra keys here. Okay, let's say we have a key which is not existing in B. Will it throw an error? That will be a question, right? So I'm saying hobby, and I'm saying hobby is coding. Okay, simple as that. Now you have a key in A that is not there in B. Will that get updated? Let's check it out. So we need to print B. Yes, it does get updated. No issues with that. What if hobby is already existing? Still it works because you already seen that name, subject, color was already existing in B. It just took the name, the key, and just updated it. That's all. So this is how update works. And there is also something called as what is that? Pop. So if you want to pop some values, so in pop, you see remove specified key and returns the corresponding value. So pop takes one argument, and if the key is not found, returns the default if given, otherwise raises an error. So you can give a default value. If at all you don't have a default value, fine, it will throw an error. Okay. So I'll say name. Okay. It's existing, you're getting it. And if I want to give the default value as does not exist. If at all I'm trying to pop a particular key in a dictionary and it is not existing, I just want this message to be printed. So let's say I want something like stats, something like that, I don't know, a key that is not existing basically. And you can see in B it is not existing. I'm not using A, notice that I'm using B. So I'm running this, you can see that stats, it was not there, the key was not there, and you're getting does not exist, just how it needs to be worked. Now pop is something that will pop the values, it will remove it completely from it. So before I had it name, right? And if you check B, you can see the b.pop has popped the value, and the particular B container only has subject and color. It doesn't have that name, it has removed it from it. So yeah, this is how pop works. And then what you have is set default. So set default is also a very nice one. where you can pass in two things, key and a default value. So here, let's say name, comma, hello, okay. So in set default, if at all you have a particular key, and let's say you are searching for a particular key, and if it is existing, fine, you just give the value of that particular key. But if that key is not existing, then you assign it with a default value. So now here I'm saying color, and I'm saying comma. If the color is existing, it's fine. If not existing, then add the color as, by default it should be white. Okay. Now if I run B, it's fine, it's working fine. Okay, B dot set. Okay, you're getting it B dot set default as red. So the color already exists, the key already exists, that is why you're getting red. And if at all this particular key is not existing, this item is not existing, notice that B already has been declared with color as white. So if I print B now, you can see there is a new key added, color white. I removed it from here, but this set default method has added it. That is how this method works. And if at all you want to see the next method that you want, so B dot copy. Copy is also an important method where you want to keep your dictionary intact. You don't want to make any changes in your original dictionary. You want to take a copy of it. And let's say your dictionary is very huge. You normally don't take a copy of this particular dictionary where I have only just two values, B. But this is just an example, so it's okay. So B dot copy, and I'm going to keep it in C, okay? And C, if I print, it will have the same items as B. Now, make sure that whenever you are taking this dot copy, this is a shallow copy. It is not completely independent. So if at all I have Ronu and let's say Tarun something, okay, I have to make it a okay. Now if I try to change the value of names here, subject is fine, it is intact. Let's say C of not okay, C of name, and I'm saying name of 0 equal to 9. Now C, I'll print it. You see that in C it has been changed. This is a C dictionary that I created, taking the copy of B. Now when I'm taking the copy of B, my intention is actually to keep the original list, dictionary intact. I don't want to change that dictionary itself. But you notice that when I print B, even the value inside this particular dictionary has changed. The original dictionary also has changed. This dot copy is a shallow copy. So if at all you take shallow copy and you have a list inside your original dictionary, then it is going to be connected. It is not going to take a different particular independent memory for it. Now if you want an independent one, then you have to go with deep copy. So how do you take deep copy? Deep copy can be imported from the built-in library of Python called as copy. So I'm saying from copy, the library, import deep copy. Oh, the spelling is wrong, so import deep copy. Okay, now here I have deep copy. I'll take the same original container that I have here, Control C, Control V. Okay, now I'll do the same thing. I'm saying, okay, this also I can copy it. So here this is going to be deep copy, and the syntax is a little bit changed. So in deep copy it's going to be like this: deep copy of B. Okay, And now if I change this particular value, same thing. So in C it should be changed. Yeah, none. So this value inside this particular list has been changed for the name keyword. Fine, C is changed. Now the question is, did it change in B? If it changed in B, this deep copy is also of no use. But our deep copy will make sure that your actual original container is particularly different, like independent completely from your copy. So that is how it works. So yeah, this one more example. Let's see the other functions that you have. Okay, I don't need copy. I take this same thing. I'm going to paste it here. Now let's see what all other functions we can do. So clear is very simple. It just clears the whole container. You just have an empty dictionary now if you use .clear. So make sure if at all you want to use .clear, it's just to flush out your items. So now we'll see a method called as from keys. Let's say you have a dictionary and you have some keys and you're sure that all those keys have a same particular value, but you want to repeat, like for each key you have to give a particular value again and again. That's fine, you find it difficult. You can use a method called as from keys. So from, not A, so I have to declare a dictionary. So I'm saying A flower bracket, that's an empty dictionary I have, and then I'll say A dot from keys. I can pass in iterable. So iterable will take all the keys. You can pass a list or a set or whatever iterables you want. So inside this I'm going to give students. Okay, I'm saying strings of student 1. Make sure your keys are hashable ones. Student 2. Okay, yeah, student 2 comma student 3, I think student 4. Okay, we have 4 students here. STUD. Made a mistake there, so it's fine. Now I have 4 students passed in this particular list, and I'm saying I'm telling whether the student passed or failed, and I know the first 4 students have passed. I'm gonna be optimistic, so yeah, let's keep them passed. So next argument that you're gonna give is the value. So you're saying that all these 4 keys have the same value, which is gonna be passed, I'm gonna say. So I'll say PASSED. I can make them fail too, but yeah, I'm being optimistic. Now you can see that A doesn't have any values inside it, and here I can pass in A equals. So you're assigning it to A, because this from keys dictionary, method will actually create a new dictionary. It doesn't care you create an empty dictionary here, it will just create a new dictionary from it. So yeah, if I print A, we can see that A has been assigned with these values: student 1 passed, student 2 passed, student 3 passed, student 4 passed. Now here, what if I have some values here? Hello, okay, hello world, key and a value. Now here you see that A already has a particular value inside it, a key and a value, an item to be exact. And this A dot from keys, would it include that when you are actually assigning these values? So let's see. If I run this, I ran it again, and the hello key and the value world is not present in this current dictionary which I had it before. So what is happening is that this particular method from keys will actually create a new dictionary. It doesn't care what the original dictionary was. It won't mess with the original one. It literally creates a new dictionary, and in that new dictionary it will add all these iterable, like the keys which you have passed in, the arguments. So this is how this function works. And yeah, you can also do something like, let's say you have like this, okay, then I have STUD and student, okay, I'm saying 34. It's very random. Yeah, I forgot a comma here. So now I have 2 values. Now here, instead of passing an iterable, I think I can just pass a particular A itself. So okay, I'm passing in a particular dictionary itself, and I'm saying change it into null, okay, something like that. So you can see I'm literally taking the original dictionary and whatever values were there in the original dictionary, and I'm trying to keep the values for that particular keys as null. Will it work? See, you can use from keys method in this way too. You have some existing keys in your particular original dictionary. You want to change it, you can just pass, instead of iterable, you can pass the dictionary itself, and you can pass the actual value that you want to change. And this only works when your values, like you want all the values to be the same value. Like every key values in the particular item should be null. Only then you use from keys, null or whatever you want. Next one what we have is a dot. Okay, we have seen all these values. So you can also iterate your dictionary items through for loop. So you can say for I in a, and you can see dot items. You can use dot items. The reason I'm using dot items is because you want item wise. So when I say item, you have a key and a value, you know that. So you can see I've iterated to 2 items. We had 2 items in the dictionary. So I'll just copy this here, Control C, and oops. Yeah, copied this here. You can see that. Now if I want only the values, I can say a dot values. Okay. I'm only getting the values here, world and 34, that was only values. And if I wanted only the keys of my dictionary, I can go with keys. So this was all the manipulations that you can do with the methods, built-in methods in Python for dictionaries. Now there is something called as comprehensions for dictionaries too. They are known as dictionary comprehensions. There are also things for set called as set comprehensions. So we will check out what those are. Set comprehensions, we'll start with set comprehensions. Let's say you have a set here, and I believe you guys know how to use for loop and if conditions, because in comprehensions we are going to see most of the time you are writing the code inside it with if conditions or a for loop. And here the syntax for set comprehension is very similar. If you have seen how ordered containers like list or tuples have this, you have list comprehensions, right? Same comprehension here too. What you do is, let's say you have particular student here. Okay, so student, and this is a list, and in this list you have some marks. Let's say 45, 23, 40, 44, and let's keep it 12. Okay, and I'm gonna say student, or wait, cut this part. I'm gonna write the code again. So let's say we have a set here, a equals, and here inside the set I want to keep the square numbers. Okay, so I'll have items for, so the syntax goes like this: for items in, I need a iterable to iterate with, so I'm gonna create a list. So this will be a list of range 100. Okay, and in this list, I want the square of these numbers, right, from 1 to 100. So items, so items star items is nothing but you are multiplying the values, same. And then if I run this, print a, you can see I'm getting all these unique values here. Notice that I'm getting all these unique values. Fine, this is good. And the set comprehension is very different from others, because it only makes sure that you have unique pair of values. And notice that they are not in any ascending or descending order. They are randomly arranged. The thing about this set is that it is unordered container. You can clearly see how these values are unordered. 0, 1, then you have 1024. That's how it is. And here in set comprehension, whatever value you want to store inside the set, you keep it at the left side, and the for loop comes at the center. And if you have a if condition, you keep it at the right side. So I'm saying if items star items less than 10,000, or let's keep it 1,000. Don't keep it in. Only if it is less than 1000, keep it. That's what I'm saying. So yeah, you can see all the values are now less than 1000. 676, yeah, fine. Now this is just if condition. What if I have if and else condition? So what I'll do, if at all I have else condition also, so control X and I'll say control V. If at all you have only if condition, don't keep it at the center, because this provides a syntax error. You can see already I'm saying expected else after if expression, because if at all you are keeping if condition at the center, then your set comprehension expects else condition also. So you have to make sure you have an else condition. So here else I'm saying yeah, done, else done. So what happens here, even though you get what you say values when you're multiplying them, like you take the square of them, even though you are getting it about 1000, you just add done to your particular set comprehension, but you don't have add multiple done string, because set keeps only unique count. So one done will be only there. Yeah, at the end you will have done, or yeah, it's unordered, so it's somewhere in the between. So you can see only one string called done is there. So this is how your set comprehension work. And same way you have list comprehensions. Sorry, not list comprehension, we have dictionary comprehensions. So let's create a dictionary, and here in dictionary we have let's say you want to keep the square root of each characters. So what you do is, I'll show you the syntax. It's very similar to how you made your set comprehension. So I'm saying x star x for I in range 1, 6. Oh, it should be x, okay. So yeah, what I'm doing here, each of the values that I'm going to iterate with will be mapped to its square value. So print d. So you can see x will be 1, the key will be 1 first, then 1 star 1, it will be 1, then x will be 2, the value will be 2 to 4, like that it keeps going. So if I print this one, you can see you have mapped the square root, square values for 1, 2, 3, 4 up to 5. 6 is exclusive in for loop, right? The range. And yeah, this is how your dictionary comprehensions also work. And if at all you want an if condition to be added, you can add if condition here. If at all you have if and else condition, then it comes at the center. So here it comes, and yeah, this is how your set comprehension and dictionary comprehensions work. So that's all for this video. I hope you found this helpful, and the next video we'll be discussing on the time complexities and how you can manage the order of n. Yeah, we'll see a topic called as advanced data types in the next coming video. So take care and see you in the next one. Thank you.